Call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The clerk may call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember Middleton.
Here.
Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Present.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Present.
Councilmember Hotchkiss.
Present.
Council President Matavetsky.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay. We will begin by approving the minutes from the business meeting on September 11. Do I have
I'll make the motion.
motion by Councilman
I'll
Costi,
second.
seconded by Councilman Middleton? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Now we move on to reports from committees and commissions. Does anyone have anything they'd like to report? Councilman Kavanaugh.
There's a BLEC meeting this week, tomorrow, actually, that's going to be basically light agenda, reviewing the minutes from the last two meetings, and the big item is approving some new Christmas decorations for downtown to enhance the aesthetic shopping experience during the holiday season, which I think is a good thing.
Thank you. Anyone else? There was an MPA committee meeting on that we had.
We spoke
Previously?
about, I thought we spoke about
Oh, we
that
did?
already. Thought we did. It was for. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I can talk about it.
Seemed
We,
fruitful.
oh, I thought we did. We had an MPA meeting, I think before our last business meeting or after our last business meeting, regarding landlord registry. It's a great discussion, with Rebecca Rothmel, Charlie Ackerman, and we had one of my constituents on the phone. Really great discussion on some things that we want to bring to the city of Binghamton, and we're going to convene probably. I'm thinking next week we like to do it, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen next week. But we're gonna convene on that and try to come up with a plan. If anyone's interested, please interested in attending the meeting, or if you have any input, please reach out to myself on my email address. It's located online. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. We had our environmental commission meeting on September 19th. We welcomed our new member, Laura Bond, who we put in at our last business meeting. They continued their work discussing the proposed zoning changes. I don't believe that concluded with an actual vote, so I don't have anything to officially report back. Different commission members had different opinions. It's a multi-opinioned group. They continued the discussion on bylaws. Again, I don't think that they ended up actually voting on bylaws that we can see yet. They continued discussion on blue bags and on water. Their next meeting is scheduled for October 24th. So that'll be posted onto their Environmental Commission website page. We had a traffic board meeting on September 12th. This pairs well with Councilman Kavanaugh's comment about Christmas decorations downtown. The deputy mayor stated a commitment on behalf of BPD to enforce parking downtown on Black Friday and on Small Business Saturday. So hopefully we'll have a pleasant shopping experience for all of those who come. The other kind of larger picture item from traffic board was a vote for the curb cuts that was approved for 187 Clinton, which is affordable housing related. So I thought that would be of interest to a broader audience. All right. Anyone else? Okay, we'll move on. Now we have an important appointment to consider to the Planning Commission. We have received a nomination for Tim Cesny from the mayor. This vote was held over from last business meeting. Therefore, the vote is tonight. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motioned by Councilman Costi,
I'll second.
seconded by Councilwoman Middleton. Discussion. Councilman Hotchkiss.
Yep, I had the opportunity to talk to Tim, that you guys giving me the chance to reach out to discuss the role on the planning commission. I think he's getting involved for the right reasons, so I feel more comfortable approving his appointment. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Last time, Councilman Cavan and I both spoke in favor. I don't know if we need to rehash, but
I reiterate my comments.
comments reiterated. Anyone else? If not, the clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember
Aye.
Middleton, Councilmember Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent, excuse me. Councilmember Hotchkiss,
Hi.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is
Great.
5-0.
Congratulations, Tim Sesney. Next, we have no public hearings to set tonight. So we'll move into tonight's scheduled public hearing RL 24-173, an ordinance to discontinue a portion of Overland Drive. City residents are welcome to speak. You'll each have 5 minutes. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on RL 24-173, an ordinance to discontinue a portion of Overland Drive? Okay. Okay. Did we receive any emails to be read in? All right.
Motion to close the meeting?
Okay, motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
Okay, motioned by Councilman Costi, seconded by Councilwoman Middleton. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. That, the public hearing is closed. Next, we have, public comment. Please be respectful. Each speaker will be given up to 5 minutes to address city council on, city council issues. If it's your first time, there's, notes on the rules and guidelines up by the microphone. Please speak nice and close to the microphone. Welcome. If anyone else is interested in speaking, you can come queue up in the chairs up here.
You gotta press.
Like to make sure the
button.
green light's on. If it's not, push the button and.
Hello, good
Perfect.
evening. Okay,
There we go.
thank you. My name is Edward Marte and I live in Binghamton on the west side. And I also work for the Binghamton district at West Middle School as a teacher. And I'm here today to comment about the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration that I'm organizing this event that is going to be October 12th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's for the community to get together. I organized the event last year, and this is my second year organizing it for the community. Since the community has increased, there is a lot of Hispanic people that are coming to the community. So this event, there will be food, music, and all the celebration. And since I'm from the Dominican Republic, it's a big event for me. So I'm looking for a sponsor, any kind of help that will be great. Any question, let me know, please.
Thank you.
Do you have my card?
No. I also have
Oh, yeah,
flyers
fine,
right
yeah.
here. Yes.
Thank you.
A lot of the students from BU also participate. So last year was around 200 people that participated in this event. And this year is going to be at a new location, so we're hoping more people will come to this event. So probably around 300 to 50 members from the community will be there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? Welcome.
Hello. Good evening. I just wanted to share some comments of Jared Cram's proposed budget. I have a lot, but I'll keep them limited. 5 minutes. So I know that there was a press release with the state officials that for the first time in about 20 years, state aid has increased, AIM. It did not increase in the budget. So you all can increase that amount to what we are expected to get. If they say they don't know, they're lying. They know exactly what they're going to get. And then you could either reduce the taxes or you any expense line you want for the same amount and the tax rate will stay the same. Law department is the same. Law department, there are huge salary increases across the board for the city lawyers. Corp counselor is getting a 58% salary increase. Usually you do that when someone incredible experience and it's hard to attract them to a community like Binghamton. There's nothing against the counselor, she's learning, but she didn't have any experience in municipal law. An amount, and I would just ask you to pay attention. Is this keep going up and off? May I lobby for an additional 20 seconds? Thank you. The mayor does get a pool every year per law that he can disseminate or distribute those increases to any of his appointees how he wants. He can also ask for astronomical and irresponsible increases as he does in this budget, but I think you should be mindful of that and the impact it has on other employees. Still don't know what the website and social media coordinator does, who that is, or why we pay so much for someone to manage the city's social media account. Mental health programs, that was funded at 200,000 in 2024, but it's zeroed out in this budget. I know sometimes it moves to a different page. I didn't see it anywhere. So I guess we're done using social workers and mental health experts to respond to nonviolent calls. Yay, reform. Police budget increased again. The fire budget stayed flat, as always. Street lighting. There was a lot of, praise towards the last administration took credit, and I give them credit, that when they switched the LED bulbs, they did save hundreds of thousands in electricity costs. It was a good move. But something's odd because the cost of electricity is skyrocketing. It's not inflation. It was 250,000 in 2022. It more than doubled. That is what we spent in 2023. And now it's budgeted at almost 600,000. So like, why are these costs skyrocketing? That's just odd. Health costs and retirement. Health costs, pretty significant jump, but I just want to draw attention to police and fire retirement bill. So they make up probably about 40% of all the staffing in the city. Not the cost, but just numbers, count of bodies. But their pension bill is $7.2 million. That's the largest it has ever been in the history of the city. It was close to that after the stock market collapsed in 2008, but 2011, it got to about that amount. But the stock market is humming. So if anything happens in the next few years, this is going to break the city's bank and many other communities. But that's what you get when you think the only way you can achieve community safety is by hiring more cops. Meanwhile, the other 60% of employees, their entire retirement bill is 1.8 million. Okay, 40% of fire and police, 7.2 million in retirement costs. The remaining 60% of public servants, 1.8 million. That drove me crazy when I worked at the city. I still don't know why we're issuing short-term borrowing instruments, bans, page 148. We're paying 163,000 in principal and 800,000 in interest. Why are we using these short-term borrowing interests when we have $18 million in the city's general fund? I don't know. And lastly, the capital budget. There's $2 million that is included for the demolition of Binghamton Plaza. I think that is a very poor choice, given so many other needs in the city. Did
30
you know?
seconds left.
What's that?
You have 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. Restore New York, our favorite program. They just issued another round of funding on Monday. The letter of intent is due October 23rd. The city can again apply for 1.5 million. It could also submit a special project ask, which is exactly what the Binghamton Plaza is, and up to 3.5 million. So the city could submit two. But I would also encourage that there has been one property owned by a nonprofit affordable housing agency, the Southern Door Community Land Trust, that has been sitting there begging the city for funds for over a year after they've been funded by about every other public entity and philanthropy in the area. City's the only one that has yet participated. I would encourage the city to start talking with the mayor now so we don't have the cluster F like we did last time, which resulted in no application from the city of Binghamton. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any public comment that was submitted via email? Thank you. Okay. Thank you to everyone who spoke tonight. Next, we have our first reading legislation, and we'll begin with introductory resolution R 24-70, considered in Public Works and Park. Councilwoman Middleton.
I'd like to make a motion for 24-70. It's a resolution to approve the granting of an easement to NYSEG of 183 Water Street.
I'll second.
Motioned by Councilwoman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion. Okay, so
I guess
Councilman
just,
Hotchkiss.
yeah, sure. Just as like an explanation, there is a big transformer or electrical thing that needs to be installed at the Water Street parking garage, and that requires an easement, and that's what we are most likely going to approve right now. That's all.
Thank you. Anyone else? Clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember
Aye.
Middleton, Councilmember Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi,
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss,
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is 5-0.
You. The resolution passes. Next, we have introductory resolution 24-71, considered in Public Works and Parks. Councilwoman Middleton.
I'd like to make a motion for resolution 24-71 for the mayor to accept a grant from DASNY for $231,412 for recreational park pool upgrades.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilwoman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion.
This is just for rec park. I guess the upgrades they talked about are really good and great, and I love rec park.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember Middleton.
Aye.
Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss.
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is 5-0.
The resolution passes. Next, we have introductory resolution 24-72, considered in Public Works and Parks. Councilwoman Middleton.
I'd like to make a motion for 24-72, authorizing the mayor to enter an agreement with Keystone Associates for CI and testing on Shenango River.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilwoman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion.
So basically, what this is Keystone Associates is an engineering, they'll be able to do all the testing and the things that we can't do through the city. So this is just a resolution authorizing us to go into a contract with them.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember Middleton.
Aye.
Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss. Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is 5-0.
The resolution passes. Next, we have introductory resolution 24-73, considered in Public Works and Parks. Councilwoman Middleton.
I'd like to make a motion for resolution 24-73, authorizing an amendment in the lease agreement with the Discovery Center.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion. Okay. So this resolution, it's to expand the leased area, which would allow for the pirate ship playground that we've discussed at previous work sessions. This is something that needs to be voted on before that can be. So,
Yes.
all right. Clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember
Aye.
Middleton, Councilmember Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi,
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss,
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is 5-0.
The resolution passes. Next we have introductory ordinance 24-77 considered in planning. Councilman Hotchkiss.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt introductory ordinance 24-77. This is an ordinance to amend the 2024 budget for a demolition of a fire damaged property at 2 Pleasant Street.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilman Hotchkiss, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion.
So there was a fire at 2 Pleasant Street. The building has already been demolished, and this is just allowing us to pay the demolition bill.
Thank you. Councilman Kavanaugh, did you want to make your comment?
Yeah, I think it would be nice in future when we have these to actually have in the resolution the date of the incident and the who and when it was determined that it was an emergency and that they had to be demolished, and just to have that as a part of the record, in the actual resolution, I think would be a nice feature of them. So I suggest that going forward.
I like that.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Councilman
I
Hotchkiss.
I'll just add on to Councilman Kavanaugh. I think for 2 Pleasant Street, I think there was a pretty significant gap between the time that the fire happened and the time of the demolition, enough to have a few constituents complain about the property.
So I mean, maybe that's going back to our question of, what is an emergency? I mean, there's certainly, I think there's been ones where they've been demolished within a day, and then we have other ones that are lasting, sitting around for a month or so. I don't, so again, I think it would be nice to be able to look at that and track that in our actual resolutions.
Corporation Counsel? See you itching at the mic there.
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of talk, but there's probably not a discussion for this meeting, but the process changed a little bit depending on which route you're going down. So we have unsafe structure procedures versus fire damaged. And even within fire damage, there's a question of, what threshold of damage are you hitting and what that means in terms of the ability for someone to be able to repair the building. And so there's a process of notifying the owner depending on which category it falls into, why sometimes there's a gap with these.
Sure, but if that gap is looking like it's going to be a month, then there's time to bring a regular resolution to council and not wait till after it's done. And, so it's going back to that. What is an emergency?
Thank you. Any further discussion? Clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember Middleton.
Aye.
Councilmember Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi,
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss,
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is 5-0.
The ordinance passes. Next, we have introductory ordinance 24-78 considered in planning. Councilman Hotchkiss.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt introductory ordinance 24-78. This is an ordinance to amend the 2024 general fund budget to transfer funds over budget items for year end.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Hotchkiss, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion. Councilman Kavanaugh.
So I have no objections to moving the money and paying the lifeguards, but again, going and look at the timeliness of this, their paychecks have already gone out. Why is this not coming in before we've actually cut checks? And you know, that's, you're spending down, you apparently have spent down a line beyond its threshold with, you know, before coming to us. And again, I have no objection to doing this, but I think they should have done it a month ago.
Thank you. Anyone else? Great. The clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember
Aye.
Middleton, Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss.
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That is 5-0.
Thank you. The ordinance passes. Next, we have introductory ordinance 24-79 considered in planning. Councilman Hotchkiss.
Motion, make a motion to adopt introductory ordinance 24-79. This is an ordinance to amend the 2024 budget for demolition of a fire damaged property at 51 Robinson Street.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilman Hotchkiss, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion.
Call the question.
Okay. Clerk can call the roll.
Supposed to get a second, right?
Second.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember Middleton.
Aye.
Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss.
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That was 5-0.
The ordinance passes. Next, we have introductory ordinance 24-80 considered in Public Works and Parks. Councilman Middleton.
I'd like to make the motion for ordinance 24-80 to amend the 2024 parks budget for the playground surfacing at the Discovery Center.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion. Okay, clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember
Aye.
Middleton. Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss.
Aye.
Council President Matavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That's 5-0.
The ordinance passes. We're now going to move on to our discussion on the annual meeting schedule. So after talking to council members, particularly those that were not here for our meeting when we were scheduling our budget hearing, reopening the discussion on the start times for the budget hearing.
6
And I'll
o'clock.
hand things back, I'll hand things over to Councilman Kavanaugh to organize that.
No, by all means. Organize it. So I mean, everyone's got this email, the schedule of who's presenting when. We have a hearing tomorrow at 5 o'clock. What are people's, Council President Matavetsky sent an email asking for, if there was discussion about changes, what are people's thoughts?
I was
Oh.
thinking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just I think we should leave tomorrow's hearing
I
at
think
5
we would
o'clock because it's less than 24 hours.
all appreciate that, I think, for everyone that's coming.
Yes. Oh, that's fine. But going forward, maybe 6 o'clock. So I think some of us can't be here until then, so that way we're all here and present for the budget. So I think 6 o'clock going forward for,
So, next Monday, we don't have work session.
Mhm.
So if we move that to 6, that will be, everyone will be okay with that, right? The problem is going to be the week of the 7th, when we have work session and business meeting following our budget meeting. So what would you like to do about those? We're not going to have time to have the hearings if we move them to 6.
Would you be open to maybe moving the 9th meeting in October? Keeping the business meeting obviously on the 9th, but moving the hearing to the 10th? Kind of like we have it set up this week.
I'm open to that. We can check with the presenters that night. I think it's enough time. Um,
And the idea would be to have the one on the, if we are to move the one from the 9th to the 10th, it would be at 6 p.m.
yes.
Mhm.
So I'm proposing,
Fine
I
with that.
guess, moving everything except tomorrow to 6 p.m. We set to with the 7th. So. Seven.
Could we do the hearing after the work session? I mean, I could make the work session a very minimalist agenda, and if committees would like to pick up some of the items,
we've
keep
been-
things flowing.
We've kind of been advised that that's sort of happened previous years, from older council members that they would minimize those agendas whenever possible, when there's these double meetings. So
Yeah.
I think that might be a solution for the 7th.
So we could try and keep the work session meeting to 30 minutes, or
Yeah,
does that work
Works
for
for me.
people? And then if there's additional things that need to be delved into, then the committees will have to meet to handle any
Who,
city
would,
needs.
who's on the 4th hearing? And that's the one that would be at 5. That's, I don't have our schedule memorized, but who's scheduled for that? Say that again?
The fourth budget hearing is the one that Councilman Kavanaugh just proposed to potentially moving after the work session as well. That was the proposition that was just made.
Yeah, that's fine. So directly after or at 6 p.m., we're saying?
so we would
Right,
since it's already scheduled, we would start our work session meeting at 6, but we'll try and have a minimal agenda for that, so that hopefully by 6:30, we can start the budget hearing.
Okay.
Fine.
So,
And
And
we'll have the clerks interact with City Hall to make sure they're aware that that's going to be a slimmed down work session, and ideally to
right.
highlight which ones they would most appreciate me putting on the agenda.
Okay. So, Bob, do we need to make motions for this? All right. So I would like to make a motion.
Yeah, last time we did them each individually.
Okay.
I think if you wanted, you could do sort of a bulk motion, moving everything to 6, and then just handle that.
The oddball one,
Yeah, the
okay.
oddball one separately.
All right. Right.
The 2 on,
There's 2 movements though.
Okay. Fine. We'll just do them individually. Fine. I motion that we do nothing tomorrow. Keep it all the same. I'd like to make a motion to move the budget hearing on Monday, September 30th from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Kavanaugh, seconded by Councilman Hotchkiss. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, any opposed?
I'd like to make a motion to move the budget hearing on Tuesday, October 1st from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Kavanaugh, seconded by Councilwoman Middleton. Discussion. Okay, clerk can call the roll.
well, are we both voting?
All in favor, sorry,
Aye.
all in favor.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to move the budget hearing on October 7th, 2024 from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilman Kavanaugh, seconded by Councilwoman Middleton. Discussion. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you.
I would like to make a motion to move the budget hearing scheduled for Wednesday, October 9th to Thursday, October 10th, and alter the time from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
I'll
Second.
second.
Okay. Motion by Councilman Kavanaugh, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Passes.
And finally, I would like to make a motion to move the budget hearing on Thursday, October 17th from 5 PM to 6 PM.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Kavanaugh, seconded by Councilman Costi. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Great. Thank you.
Do we want to do the budget hearing? The public hearing scheduling now?
I would wait till the next business meeting to do that,
To schedule it.
to schedule it, yes.
That was the email that I got from
Okay.
Corporation Council on that. Okay. So we also have to actually set our whole calendar for next year for our regular business work session and business meetings. Did people get a chance to look at this or was it? Okay.
So I think version A is most similar to what we have done so far this year. Version B is what I have thrown out there. So it changes rather than doing a Monday and then Wednesday type schedule, it moves to a Monday, Thursday schedule. I think the only reason I was proposing this was to give extra time for requests that are being expedited. I know that creates not only is it difficult to get all the legislation drafted and submitted within that window, also it gives us less time to have any last minute questions answered about any legislation that's being expedited. So I thought the extra 24 hours might help with that. But that was my solution to that.
Thank you. Any
I'm sorry, it has to be voted on today?
yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I just feel bad because everybody's not here. And I don't want anybody to be left out and say that they're not okay with that. That's all.
Did anyone reach out to you about their schedule or anything? No.
No, I was just gonna remind everybody that while it does have to be voted on today per the charter, you all have considered changes to the annual meeting schedule this year, and it could always be
Sure.
altered.
So any thoughts on Rev A versus Rev B? So I won't be not news to those of you probably in the room, but I'm not planning to be president next year. So it's a little less important for me, but there with the Rev A version, there's 4 Jewish holidays that I'll be out for, but I won't be running a meeting. They're all work sessions. And moving the things start to step on Easter or other things that other people are gonna have their religious holidays. So I don't necessarily need accommodations, but I will put it out there that there is some conflicts for me with version A. Really?
Don't have any thoughts.
Anyone else have strong thoughts on A or B?
I will add, these aren't strong thoughts about version B. It was just a suggested change that we could potentially do. We don't have to stick to the.
Version B does include several options. One of them is the alternate Thursday that Councilmember Hotchkiss mentioned. It also includes the option of, I saw that in the past, there has been precedent of having business meetings Tuesday and work sessions Wednesday on weeks where Monday is a holiday.
Other way around.
Sorry, excuse me, other way around. Business meetings Wednesday, work session Tuesday instead of Monday on weeks where there is a holiday on Monday. That would mean that there could be no expedition from Tuesday to Wednesday because we couldn't legally publicly notice that. But it is an option that you all can consider
I think I've gotten comfortable with Wednesday night being meeting night. I don't know how other people feel. I don't know if this impacts E&A at all or Corporation Counsel's office. You folks have to be here with us most, so,
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I don't know.
we'll be here either way.
Right.
I don't think it
You
would.
have bowling night on Thursdays or something, I guess is what I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't think it would affect anything directly with ENA, you know, if there was some sort of timing thing, but even then, I don't really see how it would affect it really. ENA kind of has their own schedule that they run off of.
Does the clerk's office have thoughts?
As the secretary for ENA, all I can really say is that,
Or I mean,
Things-
just in general.
sure, I'll start with that. ENA meetings are held Wednesday at 11 a.m. So anything that's already on the agenda for the Wednesday business meeting, it needs to be voted on by ENA goes to ENA. So I don't think switching to Thursday would impact that schedule. I think that a Thursday business meeting might occasionally make our lives easier for expedition, but I do not want that to be your guiding decision. Please make whatever decision works best for you.
Does anyone, I mean, in terms of after-school activities, schedules,
I mean, I'm gonna be busy either way, so I guess so.
I-
It is what it is. Oh, don't-
I guess at the moment, I'm in favor of keeping things similar to this year and going with version A until we might have more input from absent members and maybe any comments from, I don't know if departments have strong feelings for any particular reason. I guess it would be probably the deputy mayor that's here the second most often after Corporation Counsel, or maybe Chuck, maybe comptroller, but
okay?
Yeah.
So we have,
I'm also okay with sticking with version A and
okay,
because there's probably other things that are scheduled that I'm not realizing around the Wednesday meetings.
CDAC also uses the chambers, I guess. So on the weekend, the weeks that we're not here on Wednesdays, they are here. So, yeah, they do it around us. So yeah, but I was just saying that.
okay,
I think still have the most flexibility with my schedule compared to other people, so I'm not gonna be the one to dictate this.
Blah.
okay. So it sounds like we are leaning towards voting in version A.
Yep.
And nobody is strongly in opposition to it? Okay. So I guess the clerk can call the roll on motion. Is there a motion for version A?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by
Second.
Councilman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. Any last minute discussion? Clerk can call the roll.
Councilmember Porter is absent. Councilmember Middleton.
Aye.
Councilmember Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Councilmember Dundon is absent. Councilmember Costi.
Aye.
Councilmember Hotchkiss.
Aye.
Council President Medavetsky.
Aye.
Thank you. That's 5-0.
And I guess I should probably read out what version A is, but version A is basically the most similar to what we have now. It's a Monday, Wednesday schedule. We'd have the organizational meeting January 3rd, which is a Friday. And then our meetings in January would be the work session on the 6th, business meeting on the 8th, work session on the 27th, business meeting on the 29th. That's because City Hall is closed on the 20th. In February, we'd have work session on the 10th, business meeting on the 12th, work session on the 24th, business meeting on the 26th. March, we would have our work session on the 10th, business meeting on the 12th, work session on the 24th, business meeting on the 26th. April, work session on the 7th, business meeting on the 9th, work session again on the 21st, business meeting on the 23rd. May, work session on the 5th, business meeting on the 7th, work session on the 19th, business meeting on the 21st. June, work session on the 2nd, business meeting on the 4th, and then again, work session on the 16th, business meeting on the 18th, work session on June 30th, business meeting on July 2nd. Work session now in the July calendar, work session on the July 14th, business meeting on the 16th, work session on the 26th, business meeting on the 30th, August, work session on the 11th, business meeting on the 13th, work session again on the 25th, business meeting on the 27th, September. We have here, work session on the 8th, business meeting on the 10th, budget meeting on the 15th. Which is the 15th, that would be the, not a budget hearing, but a budget address from the mayor. And then we have work session on the 22nd, business meeting on the 24th, budget meeting on the 25th, budget meeting again on the 30th, October budget meeting on October 2nd, work session on October 6th, business meeting October 8th, budget meeting on the 9th, budget meeting on the 14th, budget meeting on the 16th, and then work session on the 20th, business meeting on the 22nd, and then in November, work session on the 3rd, business meeting on the 5th, work session on the 17th, business meeting on the 19th, December, work session on the 1st, business meeting on the 3rd, work session on the 15th, and our final business meeting of 2025 on December 17th. So the full version A of what we just voted on.
It will also be appended in the minutes.
Perfect. All right. And
Motion to adjourn.
no, wait, we've
Oh,
got comments,
darn it.
communications, the
Oh,
best
my-
part.
Fine.
All right. So,
I still made the motion.
Second.
I withdraw my motion.
thank you. All right, we'll start with Councilman Hotchkiss, constituent comments.
I don't have any comments tonight, thanks.
Councilman Costi,
No comment tonight. Thanks.
Councilman Middleton,
Of course, I always have a bunch. First, I would like to say, just to lift up our two council members who aren't here tonight. They are missed, and I hope all goes well in their lives. So just wanted to think about them today. On Sunday at Rec Park, it's the Harper Music Fest. So please come out and support that event. Tomorrow is we're back to our neighborhood meetings. Not sure if we're gonna make it after our depending on how long our budget, but we'll still figure it out, but it's still gonna go on tomorrow. So that's it. Thank you.
thank you. Councilman Kavanaugh.
I just, I don't know how many people actually watching or hear this, but there's certainly been an uptick of some neighborhood complaints with all the students back, some trash issues, some parking issues. I hear those in person. I hear them by email and phone call. I am listening. I'm out there. I'm often walking around, taking pictures, responding to specific things. So we'll continue to work through it. Get the new folks in the neighborhood into shape and following the program, and just try to make it a comfortable place for everyone. So,
And we have a walk, right?
oh yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow we have the walking audit of the other half of Leroy Street that previously had from Millard toward the JC border. Now we're doing Millard down to Front. So
Everyone is
traffic
welcome.
study, yeah. So
Great.
come on out and walk with us.
Perfect.
That's 10:30. Think. Check.
think so.
Yes, I have it in my calendar for 10:30.
10:30. Corner Millard, right? Yeah.
Right. For South Side, on Traffic board, it looks like we're gonna, at our next meeting, vote to switch the no parking from the east side to the west side on Upper Vine Street following constituent feedback. I'm still collecting feedback regarding the proposed one-way on Woodland. Please reach out to me. Please reach out to me regarding Oberlin. We're still looking for feedback on that. That will likely be on our next business meeting for vote.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry. What, did you ever figure out what's going on Boulevard Terrace?
I sent emails with
Okay.
you on that.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Don't mind. That,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just, that's for that.
We did take a vote on it.
Okay,
But we
We'll talk
voted in
after.
such a way to allow for more feedback in
We'll
case
talk-
your
yeah, we'll talk-
constituent
yeah,
had more
we'll talk.
thoughts. Upcoming, we have October 5th, Ales and Tales Zoo Brew. That is at the Ross Park Zoo, and it's 21 plus, but it's free for designated drivers. So if you're a designated driver, free event. September 28th, Hoopla, Worldwide Day of Play at Discovery Center from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's a pay what you can admission day with lots of extra activities. October 5th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. is Hispanic Heritage Month celebration at the Discovery Center with special activities that are free with admission. Blue bags are now available on the Greater Good grocery bus, which stops most Fridays on Felters in Southside East. So for constituents who have been wondering how to get blue bags on Southside East, that is one new option. And I did follow up with Waste Zero about updating their contracts. I'm still waiting to receive the updated contract to work with businesses on Southside East to start selling blue bags. I hear you and I want to help you throw your trash out. All right, now I will be accepting a motion to adjourn.
the motion.
Motion by
Second.
Councilman Middleton, seconded by Councilman Costi. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?